Thanks for listening to Middle-Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm Joel.
And we are a podcast about all things strange and unusual, death and UFOs, and other creepy,
cults,
weird, random
ghosts.
There you go.
Yeah. Not just naming things in the room.
Oh my god.
There's a cult of ghosts.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
We counted. Hi!
Yeah.
Pointed
That's how you do an intro.
Pointed at me. You counted down, then you pointed at me.
You were so nervous.
I was waiting for you to start.
You just kept glancing over. And then when I pointed, my finger was going at you, I saw the fear grow.
I don't like people pointing at me.
You don't. You would hate Hulk Hogan.
I mean, I'm not fond of him.
I hate him. So
Yeah.
fuck Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hey, we are Middle-Aged and Mediocre.
Uh-huh.
This week we are back with a new real crime.
Real crime. REEL.
So if you've heard us these in the past, you're probably turning this one off. No, I enjoy these. These are fun for me. And
we'll talk about the movie afterwards, but yeah, it's...
you want to get into this now, or do you want to get into the very big mystery that's currently...
let's get into the mystery.
Your life.
Yeah, we didn't record last Saturday because I was out on the streets.
Yeah.
I was hitting the streets trying to get answers.
Right. Yeah, a weird thing happened.
It always does.
You want to go ahead? This is your...
Well, my cousin, I used to live, me and my ex and my baby, we used to live at his house like 9-10 years ago. And we've since moved, we moved a bunch of times since. But he texted me and said that the post office left like a piece of, like a little card saying that they had a package to deliver to me at his house, but we had to pay for shipping. And I was like, well, who would send me something to his house? Address I hadn't lived at in 10 years.
Yeah, this is up in Ohio.
And, well, no, here in Parkersburg.
Oh, they sent it to the one here in Parkersburg.
Yeah, Matloy. Okay. Yeah, Matloy, Mike's house.
Oh, but where it came from was up in Ohio.
Oh, yeah, where it came from was up in Ohio. You're getting ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're ruining it all.
I'm sorry.
Just shut the fuck up and let me tell the story.
I want to shut the fuck up.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm only half serious. No. But yeah, so it came to the house here, so I went to the post office because they sent him another one saying, look, this is your last chance. Either come get this mail or we're destroying it or whatever they do. Mm-hmm. Shove it up each other's ass. I don't know. I don't know. That's why they always go postal. That's a way old joke. I'm sorry. Canceled for that. And so I went in and I picked it up and I paid like the $3.15. And it's like a little tiny envelope, and it was really soft, but it's too small to be a shirt. So I was like, is it a scarf or a handkerchief or something? Right. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. So I get out to the car, I open it, and it's a necktie.
Yeah. And
there's no return address. There's no note. There's no name in it.
Well, there is a name in it.
Oh, yeah, it's a Gant necktie, which is my last name. So, and it's not a new tie.
But other than that, no.
So I posted on Facebook, and my brother-in-law recognized the zip code that it was sent from, the post office, whatever post office that the person shipped it from. It's in Fairborn, Ohio.
Yeah.
Which is close to Dayton, Ohio, like Springfield, Enid, Ohio. So I'm thinking maybe it's a comic that came to a Field Fiesta, because that's where the Field Fiesta was Mike's address.
Right.
It was the Field Fiesta was at the address that the necktie was sent to. So I think maybe someone's at a thrift shop or a Goodwill, maybe saw a Gant necktie, and we're just like, I'm gonna send that to Joel.
And I'm going to make him pay for it.
Yeah, I'm going to make him pay for it. And I went, I wasn't even high, but, I can't function well in society. I went back in the post office, and I was like, where did this come from? Yeah. They're like, we don't know. But, they obviously could have scanned it and said Fairborn, Ohio. But I was just, so stunned by it. I was like, oh, you don't? Okay. And I left again. I was like, can I have my money back? I don't really want this tie.
Can I return this tie?
It's kind of has little pink flowers on it.
Right.
But it's a Gant necktie that somebody sent me.
So.
And I was on it last Saturday. As soon as I got it, I was hitting the street. I went to Fairborn.
Oh, you already went.
Oh, I've roughed up numerous. I've roughed up numerous people trying to get to the bottom of this.
Did you get the?
I choke them out with the tie. Tell me who sent me this tie.
You're the Fairborn Strangler.
Give me back my tie! Whenever I tie it too tight around their neck and they try to get away.
So, yeah, like, I thought you had left the tie somewhere, maybe.
I don't wear ties.
But you don't really wear a tie.
No, last time I wore ties my wedding.
And that wasn't the same tie.
That wasn't the same tie. That was a black tie for that.
So,
I should have hung myself with it.
the leading theory is that a comic that was at Field Fiesta.
Or musician, I suppose.
Or musician.
Or just somebody that came with the comic or a musician. I don't know.
Randomly found a Gant tie.
It was like, hey, I know someone else with the last name of Gant.
But it has no inclination to reach out to you.
Yeah, wouldn't put a note in there. Why wouldn't you put a note? Be like, ha, I saw this, you dumb fuck. Signed your friend, blank.
Weird thing to
They're
do.
fucking with my head.
Yeah.
I haven't really gone there, but we can, and we'll get to the bottom. We'll
Now,
go
do
to the
you
post
think
office.
That maybe it's an alternate universe of you.
That the writing on the envelope, the J does. Their writing does look a lot like my writing. That's even what Carrie posted on the thing too.
Yeah.
That it looks like I wrote out the name.
So,
Maybe I blacked out and went to Fairborn.
You maybe have a dual personality.
I hope not. I can barely take like one of me.
Because I feel like buying a necktie because it says Gant is something you would do.
And then mail it to myself.
So then I feel like there's an alternate version of you out there though that found it and they're trying to communicate.
I can't 100% say you're wrong. I don't know what percentage you're right, but I mean
it's more than.
I don't know when I'd have time to go to Fairborn. That's probably a good 2.5, 3 hour drive.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dave Chappelle. It's by Yellow Springs. Maybe Dave heard about the Field Fiesta and wanted to send me a tie. Like, what does a tie represent? Is it a threat?
Especially with your name written on it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a threat.
Shit.
Yeah.
I haven't slept.
Well, there is the Colombian necktie. Have you pissed off any Colombians?
It's hard to tell.
Like how many today?
Yeah, I piss off just so many people. All the time.
They do it now. They send you a tie with your name on it, and they're like, this is going to be your tongue.
Make you pay for it?
Your throat.
Like they don't do it till they find out you paid for it?
That's
like, you paid for the tie!
That's how they know that the address is legit.
Oh, shit.
Because you pick it up.
I can't believe I had to pay for that shit.
Whoever lives there now
So
is...
I have the tie like displayed in my house now because I'm like, I bought this shit. Someone sent it to me.
Now, so when they sent it, did they make it to, like, they didn't pay the... Is that how that works? Is that
I don't know. It looks like maybe they had to pay something because there was like a sticker on it from where they mailed it. So maybe they only paid so much, and they're like, well, actually, it costs more than that.
They're like, oh, that dumb fuck will pay it. Because I don't think the post office is a cost.
Was that what it was? It scared me out of $3 and something?
I think. It's just the post office playing a trick.
I'll never financially recover from this.
The post office has ties with everyone's names on them, so whenever they need a quick buck, they just do that.
There is a Gant brand. I seen it.
Have you seen it?
I seen it.
You should look into seeing if you can get some of that good old Gant tie money.
Some of that Gant tie money. The Gant tie done got my money. Fuck.
Yeah, you really want
Everyone's taking my money.
You it's
probably my ex that sent it to me. She want $3 goddamn more dollars. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I've heard nothing but you swear vengeance upon your enemies.
Oh yeah, we just got back from another trip to Rinks, the flea market.
Yeah, and this guy is
that's car talk. What happens in the car stays in the car. That was a safe place for me to say things that has been on my brain and my mind.
Since the incident.
You have to live with it. I have to live with it. And we let it get stays in the car.
I noticed we never went back that way.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
If you guys want to know what we're talking about, I don't know. Dig through past episodes. Joel had an incident at Rinks once and has not let it go.
I'm fine. I barely even think about it anymore. Was it Rinks? Did we definitively decide that it was Rinks?
I can't.
Where that happened?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck that dog.
Yeah. What else has been going on? Anything? I know there's some bad news.
Yeah, I got bifocals. No, that's not the bad news.
Maybe.
I think it gives us more clout in the streets. Like, wow, they really are middle-aged.
Yeah, you are.
I got bifocals. Yeah. I'm rocking a +100 ad.
Don't know what that means.
Yep, that's right now I have a crib top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a Verilux coming in the mail with the Crizal and the transitions and all.
Crizal means.
I got all of that coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be the no line. But right now I just have Cryptops and they're really helping me out. I can read a lot better.
You keep pointing out things.
And I'm just bam, boom.
You're like
your eyes are really bad, and it makes me feel like my eyes, like I am a superhero.
You're like a toddler that's just like...
yeah, you're like, what are these action figures up there? They were cans of pop!
Look, man, they looked like action figure boxes, the sides of the boxes.
Uh-huh.
I thought they were all like a starting lineup. I'm sorry that I'm blind.
Yeah.
You gonna make fun of a blind man?
Speaking of blind men, Taylor Hawkins died. The drummer for Foo Fighters.
I don't know why we were talking about a blind man, though.
I don't either, but that was the news. That was the bad news.
Yeah, that was the bad news.
They found him dead. I read that last night. Late last night I read it. I didn't want it to be true.
It was true, though.
I know.
I think it was true. He was a hell of a drummer.
2022's been kind of another rough year for celeb deaths. Yeah. I mean, every year
Here's
is.
the thing, though. Yeah,
people are going to die.
People die every year.
And more people are getting famous. And that guy's just so funny.
Blaming years for killing people because years aren't killing people.
But he was found dead on tour in maybe South America, I think. They're overseas somewhere doing a tour. They canceled the rest of their tour course.
Right.
And
somebody made a good point that he was such a good drummer that like nobody listened to him and thought that like Dave Grohl would be a better drummer.
Yeah, he was a good drummer. When I watched the Alanis Morissette documentary, he played with her when she was like touring with like Jagged Little Pill and everything, and had a wife and 3 kids.
That's a bummer.
Total bummer.
2022, man. Apparently the years kill people.
I know.
I don't have anything going on, so.
Did we talk about Bob Saget dying too? I thought we took some breaks. Okay.
Although I just saw they sealed the photos. They released a few of the hotel rooms, but and they were also saying like they barred the court ordered the permanent barment of what happened.
Oh wow!
A description of like what happened.
Huh. All right. I read a headline, or I saw a headline where it says he was complaining he wasn't feeling good the day of his death, or maybe that night. I don't know.
Yeah, but apparently the details of the case are locked away for good or something. So,
R.I.P. Bob Saget. Weird. Yeah.
Did he have like a dead politician there with him too?
I hate to speculate.
There's a war going on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Ukraine and Russia, right?
There's a comedian leading the Ukraine army.
I would be an awful leader.
I was wondering how you would do it. I'm
like, hey guys, who wants to go off and smoke a little before we go?
And then never come back.
But God, come on, Russia, really?
Come on, guys.
Man.
You would just hold it in until you finally got like off to the side with one of your Ukraine friends, and then you'd be like, that guy is still attacking us.
What's happening? That's shitty, though. Yeah. War, man. What's it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Huh.
All right. So, you want to get into the the real crime?
Real REEL, real crime.
We cannot stress that enough.
Well, I think that's enough there.
Okay.
That's enough. I just want to stress it one more time. Okay, this is we're reporting that as if it's real REAL. But it's not real REAL.
I think you should keep explaining that.
It's real REEL because it's a movie that we've seen. But we're gonna go into a mode where we pretend the movie is real and we're reporting what happened, the events.
So we're gonna go into an REAL mode.
Yeah.
To report.
Should we count down? Should we count down?
Offense. 5, 4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the Kurt Kunkle story.
Kurt Kunkle?
Yeah, from Kurt's World 96. This is
was that a website?
That was his online handle. He was 23 years old, born in L.A., but his family moved to Azusa, California.
Azusa.
Don't say it like that.
Azusa, California.
And since he was 23 at the time of the incident.
Okay.
And he started making videos and putting them online under Kurt's World 96 at the age of 13. So he's 10 years at it.
Right.
And he's not very good.
Oh.
He didn't get a lot of views, mostly single numbers.
Hey, look.
Yeah,
hey.
Not that there's...
Hey, we know all about that.
Yeah, but we don't want to side with Kurt too much.
Oh, okay.
But that really bothered Kurt, though. He wanted more views.
We understand the low numbers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
I'm trying not to support Kurt.
Yeah, you know what happens. You've heard of this guy.
I do know this story.
And his parents got divorced. He moved in with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And once he got older, to help out with money and to get him money, because it was tight with him and just his mom, he started driving for Spree, the car rental.
Kind of like an Uber.
Yeah, a little bit like an Uber. Yeah. And sometimes he would live stream some of those rides. Again, never really got very many views or anything like that.
It'd be weird to be one of the passengers.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would have to disclose, hey, I'm filming you. But then you just have to be there oh, okay.
To who?
Yeah, what do you mean? Later? You're going to use this for later or what?
That's why I never order rides.
Right.
I don't think that's called a taxi.
Taxis aren't allowed to do that.
It's called Taxi Cab Confessions,
yeah.
Kurt. It's been done.
It's been done, Kurt. Kurt Conker?
Kurt Kunkle.
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 Kunkle, okay.
Kurt Kunkle.
Yeah, it's not a good name.
No, they kind of set him behind the 8 ball.
3 K's in that name.
Wonder what his middle name is.
Hopefully something starts with a K, that's why it's a 4K. Yeah. He doesn't have that dragon behind him, too.
Dragon? White dragon?
Yeah, you knew what I was putting down.
Then on, let's see, it would be January, February, March 1st, 2019.
Okay.
He first made the first video about how he was going to do something called The Lesson.
The Lesson, okay.
Because he would always be posting vlogs and, just his thoughts. He had, and some of the stuff you can still find on the black web, but he had, unboxing videos of sneakers that weren't very good sneakers, but he was just trying to play the role of, an influencer. Right. And it was kind of sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
You hate to say it. But,
that's why, I unboxed something earlier when you got here.
Uh-huh.
And, we didn't film it.
No.
Because...
it would be. I thought it was weird you waited for me.
I was watch me open this.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for me. But you did give me the shirt, so it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a giver.
Yep. The shirt you were wearing.
No, it wasn't. Nope.
It came with it. Yeah, it was a pop.
I kept the toy.
It was a Spider-Man.
It was a very cool Spider-Man pop Funko.
You wanted her. You wanted her something?
I wanted.
Yeah. WON. You want it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know you want it. Relax. I'm not going to try to take it.
Yeah, no, it's mine.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine.
So January, February, March 1st, he 2019.
And he still doesn't have, a lot of followers right?
No. Family, his
so
dad.
He started when he was 13.
Yep.
He's now how old?
23.
26. So it's been
he would,
years.
babysit kids and, try to do, videos with the kids and put those online and just...
So he's been at this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just...
It's a long time.
It is.
Keep trekking.
I laugh because I just think of us.
Yeah.
Is this our last episode? Are we gonna start to?
Because we might get inspired by this.
Maybe. So he first brought it up March 1st, The Lesson, and then no one was watching. But after all this happened, they went back and they saw he was posting videos leading up to The Lesson about getting ready for it, and what the lesson was, and just his crazy ramblings. This guy definitely. And to do the lesson, he installed 8 cameras in his car, all to live stream. Had one facing in, from each door, then from the front to the back to the front, and then facing outward. You had all these cameras.
He's making some damn good money on Spree, or with Spree.
These cameras can't be that much. I mean, really, if you buy them in bulk, I don't know, maybe.
You got to have them all somehow.
Well, he did get suspended from Spree for driving too much. Because he was just spending all his time driving and making videos, and he was logged into what he would call his ghost account, his second ID, because Spree has limits. All these things have limits for how much people can drive. So this guy was just driving all the fucking time.
Probably protect That or like you probably have to protect the driver.
Yeah, just like semi trucks. I mean, semi trucks, they can't, they have to have time to sleep. Even though I know it's important to get stuff places or whatever, like they still have to be regulated, and they can't just let them drive, because then if a wreck happens and you find out this driver's been driving for 20 hours, well, why the fuck is he driving?
Yeah, and then
but he got caught doing that, and he was actually suspended from Spree for a while. But he was back on it now, and this is when he got all the cameras set up. And we're just going to go ahead and jump to the day of all this happening. April 12th, 2019.
This is just a crazy day.
And this guy, and all this was live streamed, everything I'm about to say. Started, his first passenger of the day was Frederick Pingler. He picked him up out of Aldina, California.
Okay.
Does that sound about right? Yeah. I've never been there. He was going to Highland Park, California. And he said he was going there to give a speech, which Kurt liked, because, he was also he had like 3,000 people he's going to give a speech to. But it turned out that this guy was like a white supremacist.
You'd hate to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to get a crazy guy, a white supremacist, I guess. But like I said, all this
usually I'm assuming if they start out as strangers, you're not going to get that too into that guy's life.
Yeah.
So something has to trigger the conversation where they're like, "Oh, by the way, here's a terrible opinion." So who knows what that conversation? Well, they live stream, so
yeah, and the police have released some of that stuff, and like I said, you can go on the dark web.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you can find it. But that as they were driving, like I said, the guy kind of let on that he was going to give a speech, his white supremacy, and Kurt started driving a little erratically. He was running stop signs. He was saying about how he's doing the lesson and just trying to grow his audience is what he was saying the lesson was. And he had bottled water in the back seat, and Frederick took one of the bottles and took a drink, and a couple seconds later started coughing up and choking, because that's the lesson. Kurt poisoned the water, and he's killing his passengers.
It's a quick lesson.
That's how he wanted to get views.
Oh yeah, I mean that'll probably do it.
So Frederick, he struggles. He tries to get out of the car, but Kurt's driving. And he just dies in the back seat from the poison water. And the cops wouldn't say what he poisoned with, because they don't want copycats and stuff. Yeah. But he did something to the water that killed Frederick.
Okay.
And again, still at this point, hardly no one's watching.
The
live stream, yeah. And his one friend Bobby's watching, but Bobby thinks it's fake, and he's kind of egging Kurt on a little bit, because he's actually he was. You may have heard of Bobby Basecamp. He was a YouTube guy. He's one of the kids that Kurt used to babysit, and but he told Kurt, he would retweet the live stream or whatever if it got good. So he was actually watching, but he would donate $1 just to rag on Kurt and tell him it was lame and boring, and that he just didn't. He thought it was all fake.
Right.
So then let's see. The next ride was because he got rid of Frederick's body, and he got his next spree passenger was Andrea Archer from L.A., Los Angeles.
Oh, that.
Yeah, not Louisiana. He didn't drive Louisiana. Picked her up from a showing for a house. She was a realtor, and they later found realtor. They later found their house signs at a gas station.
She probably wasn't selling that gas station.
No, I don't think so. So she got in the back of the car and got the water, drank it, and died. Just like Frederick.
Okay, so never take a water from...
Don't take one of those share rides, and definitely don't take a water. And Kurt was even, he said afterwards, he got on her phone, left himself a 5-star rating, and even gave himself a $2 tip.
Look, he's a hustler.
Yeah, he could have given himself a $3 tip, but he only gave himself a $2 tip.
Right, well,
And he texted Andrea's friend that Andrea wasn't going to be able to meet them tonight, that he was a loser, and that he doesn't get any views. That was the message that Andrea's friend got, and they thought that was weird, but he did that to try to give himself some time, is what he was saying on the live stream. He was telling his people, later on it won't matter, but right now he's trying to keep the cops off of him.
Right.
So, he wants to make sure that, these people aren't, because if they say, well, this lady's not showing up, and then they look she took a spree ride from him.
Well, now why would he add? He's a loser.
Because I think he's a little bit crazy.
Oh, because I would think if you're trying to you wouldn't want to give any hints of there's a guy here that's potentially have hurt.
I actually saw that footage, and he texted and.
Well, all right, there's a reason why Kurt Kunkles this all up. Or whatever.
Oh, good one. He's coming for you. The next guy he picked up was Mario Papazinia.
That can't be real.
Papazon?
Papa Zion. Yeah, he picked up Papa Zion.
He's picked up Mario, and Mario's a very rude guy. The first two riders were pretty average, but
one was a white supremacist.
Yeah, but
what do you mean? Yeah,
he wasn't a dick. Mario was a real dick.
All right, so he was a polite white.
Yeah. He was a dick too. The middle lady, she wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
She was on her phone most of the time.
So what did she actually do to incur the wrath of him, other than just got in
his car?
Is that why he maybe texted he's a loser? That way, in his mind, there was a reason for killing her.
Maybe.
Because he seems that there's a white supremacist first, and now you said this guy.
But he doesn't choose who. With that kind of stuff, it's just people order rides and. It's like a draw.
If it's a lesson,
it
would be if you do some shitty thing, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And not just, the lesson is don't get in my goddamn car.
I'm going to kill you because I've snapped.
Right.
I think that's what it is, though. Okay. It's just he snapped, and whoever gets in his car is going to drink water.
All right.
So Mario was picked up. Very rude guy. Unfortunately, they ran into some traffic, and Mario kind of yelled at Kurt about getting him out of the traffic. And it was actually a spree share, which means that other people can jump in on the ride if they're close enough. It dings you, So Kurt got a ding, and he went to pick up the next passenger. And at first, Mario was really pissed because he was trying to get somewhere to meet a girl or so, he's just one of these guys. Yeah. What a fucking guy!
Trying to get his dick wet.
Yep. Oh God, that does not sound.
What you were meaning?
I was. I don't think I've ever heard that out loud. Trying to get his dick wet.
Where have you read it? What books are you reading? Pervert.
I've thought it. Okay, I've just never heard someone else say it.
You had to. It wasn't your original thought.
You don't know that. I don't know that. It's called parallel thinking, okay? I'm a dick and needs to get wet. I couldn't have thought that? Such an original thought.
You're right. You're completely right. Okay, I'm sorry.
God damn. You are. Well, then he sees who it is. It's a female that's another passenger. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, yeah, pick her up.
He's like, hey, my dick needs wet.
She's capable of wetness. Oh my God, you're ruining this. So he's like, yeah, pick her up. But the female, a girl named Jessie Adams, she said when she saw the car, she instantly turned around. She's like, forget it, and didn't even want to get in the car. Seeing Kurt and Mario.
There's 15 cameras in it.
But Mario wouldn't let Kurt give up on him. He kept pushing Kurt to go after her, make her get in the car.
He's like, I believe in you, buddy.
So Kurt followed after her and said, she said, well, I've already canceled it, so forget about it. I don't even have a way to pay you. And Kurt told her she could get in right for free. He's going right there. Mm-hmm. Just get in, it'll be fine. Well, she gets in, and then Mario instantly turns into Jersey Shore douchebag.
Right.
They both actually made live videos while they were in the car, going on with the live stream of Kurt driving.
That's an inception.
And Mario was just he was a real dick, trying to be a playboy. And Jessie Adams is actually a comedian. Mario recognized her. She was an up-and-coming comedian at the time with a phrase, all eyes on me.
Okay.
So she kind of had an Instagram following and stuff. And Mario pissed her off, so she went live making fun of Mario. And that got just thousands of views for that one.
Getting hard as hell then.
Kurt was saying, "Hey, follow me, I'll follow back," and Jessie was making fun of him for that. So then they're fighting, and they pull over because Mario calls Jesse a bitch. So they pull over, and Kirk makes Mario get out. But instead of Mario getting out, Jesse gets out, and she takes a water with her.
Oh.
And Kurt actually tries to stop her from taking the water, but she storms out of the car with the water. And when she does, Mario had to get out, stuck his head out the window and had to get one last word in. And when he did, she actually took the water and squirted it all over his face and stormed off.
Poison water in the
face. So they were driving a little more, and Kurt took Mario after Jesse got out of the car. Kurt actually took Mario back to like a construction area back in the hills of California, L.A.
California,
L.A.,
yeah.
California. Remember that?
Hashtag.
Yeah, just do that.
California.
So, but Mario started feeling sick. Obviously from the poison water.
Yeah.
And Kurt was telling him, you can't puke in my car. And Mario's like, you're calling Kurt names. Somebody's going to get a 0 rating. And Kurt tells him, if you're going to puke, get out of the car. So Mario gets out of the car to puke and piss. And once he's out of the car, Kurt decides to run him over 2 or 3 times with his car.
Right.
So, and he kills Mario.
Okay.
So that's where we're at
Mario,
now.
So we've got white supremacist dead, the realtor dead.
He was a dick, that white supremacist. Yeah. For the record.
Too late, George.
Oh.
Yeah, that ship sailed. And now
he ran over Mario.
Asshole Mario.
Yep.
He's dead.
So now he's starting to get a few more views, but
It's
Bobby.
all one day.
It's all one day.
Okay.
All being live streamed.
Yeah.
So like if you knew what's going on, you could be watching this.
Is he burying bodies?
The
you know how hard it is to dig a hole? Like movies and TV shows.
Well, I'm sure Mario he probably left out, but he we don't want to give anyone ideas how to. The police never really mentioned how he got rid of the bodies. Yeah, okay. This is just the stuff that he live streamed.
I got you,
buddy. After Mario, he stopped at a gas station to fill up and clean his car off, and he was arguing with Bobby on the live stream because Bobby's still saying this is fake and that he's not doing anything new. And even if it was,
Bobby's screen name was
Bobby Basecamp.
Okay, Bobby Basecamp.
He was a little dick. Like they showed some of his videos, and he was a little prick. He was like. Right. He did get views though. Like he would get 30,000 views on a video, and he was actually an influencer. Kurt wanted to be that, but even though Bobby was younger, Bobby really gave Kurt a bunch of shit and definitely bullied Kurt around.
Okay.
So while he's at the gas station though, a police officer pulls in to get gas right beside him.
Okay.
So he's almost busted there, and that's when he got the for sale signs out of the trunk and let them at that gas station.
All right.
After that, he decided he went to the club area because he wanted to pick up more exciting people for Bobby.
Yeah.
And ended up picking up 3 people: London Sachs, Richard Venti, and Kendra Sheraton.
Okay.
London and Richard sat in the back. Well, all 3 of them started off in the back, and then as they were driving. They said they want, they're trying to have a fun night. They're bar hopping, and Kurt said he knew a spot that they could go to and get a really sweet private view of the city that'll get them all a bunch of likes on photos and stuff. So they were down for it.
Right, because that's what everybody wants.
Hell yeah. Like, stranger, drive me wherever you want.
Wherever you said I'll be popular.
So at this point, Kendra got into the front seat, the passenger seat, but the front... sitting next to Kurt, yeah, and they were driving, and they arrived to like an old junkyard, and they're like, what? Yeah, but it was a cool kind of view. There's lights up and stuff, and Kurt told the 2 in the back to stand up in the sunroof, and he was showing fun, and he kind of drove around. And they did have fun, they were live streaming, they were getting hundreds of views on their part, and then while they're up there. Kurt after driving around for a few minutes, he actually shut the roof on them, so they were stuck up there. Okay. And he drove his car through some locked fences, and apparently that he started telling Kendra, was that her name, Kendra? Is that what I said?
Sheraton?
Yep, Kendra Sheraton. Tell Kendra this used to be his grandpa's junkyard. He used to always go there as a kid, so he knew the area and stuff. Well, once they got inside the junkyard, he actually stopped the car, and not even a couple seconds later, like, the guard dogs were at the side of the car. So, like, Kendra, getting all scared, rolled her windows up while the other two were stuck in the dogs jumped up there and killed them.
Shit, that is a fucked up way to go.
And it just showed him, like, the dogs jumping up. He didn't have any cameras on the top of the thing. But it showed, like, in the people that were before they dropped their phones. I mean, you saw the dogs attacking them. And they're dead.
Yeah, well.
And then in all the ruckus of that, because while they were driving, Richard found his drill. They put the mounts on for the cameras in the car, and he was kind of playing with it. And Bobby took it from him, or Kurt took it from him. You know, because he ain't playing with drills in my spree.
Right.
Well, then he took the drill and he killed Kendra with it.
Those are bad ways to go.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd rather be poisoned by water.
I'd definitely rather be poisoned by water than eaten by dogs or drilled through the head.
Oh, eaten by dogs.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Uh-huh.
I love dogs, but...
Eaten by cats? Meow. Sign me up.
Their tongues are all rough. It'd be a terrible time.
So then Kurt called Bobby after that, and Bobby still didn't care. Like, he still told him, like, fake,
What's this guy got to do?
And I don't think anything he would do, Bobby would say he was impressed at, just because that's the kind of dick Bobby was, you know. But kept saying even if it was real, it was evil, and he didn't want anything to do with it anyway. You know, he still didn't believe that Kurt would, like, be capable of all this, but he thought somehow, like, it was just fake shit, you know, and none of it was real.
I mean, if, like, it was fake, that's a lot of effort, and you should probably respect that hustle. But yeah, if it's real, then I'm like, well, I don't want to be on here endorsing this.
And Bobby actually told him, like, why don't you go get Jesse Adams again? Like, that was something real.
Okay.
Like, that's what the kind of shit you should be doing. So then, like, it just showed Kurt. They put some footage of Kurt, like, driving around, just watching all of Jesse Adams, like, social media content. Like, kind of picking it apart the way Bobby picks his apart.
Yeah.
You know, like, he didn't understand, like, why she got such good... You know, he just wants views, man.
Right. He just wants what everybody else
you get it.
I know the feeling.
You're going to go live and kill me after this.
Yeah.
Well, then, after driving around for a while, Kurt went to Bobby's house.
All right.
And,
so Bobby really shouldn't be talking this much shit when he knows, like, when Kurt knows where he lives.
Yeah. But Bobby just thinks Kurt's a little worm.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's why you shouldn't fucking pick on people.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of reasons why. It's a dick thing to do, but you never know who's going to fucking... Kill you. Yeah. So, like, Bobby wouldn't even let him in the house, and finally, like, he went live just to annihilate Kurt.
Okay. Like,
his live stream started with, like, calling Kurt crazy, saying, like, just cutting him down, you know? Right. And Kurt he said like, the lessons come down to two things, and, let's see... I don't know, but one of the lessons he had for Bobby was a knife to the stomach. Oh. So he just stabbed Bobby, and Bobby actually tried to get a gun to defend himself, but Kurt just easily fought him off and killed him.
Well, after you got stabbed in the stomach, it's hard to put up a fight. And people on the stream still didn't think it was real. They thought it was all staged, because I guess that's the world we live in. It's staged at this point. This is an impressive thing he's doing.
He starts getting some views. He jacks into Bobby's live stream, like, connects them. Okay. So, like, he gets some good... Oh,
yeah. You can do a thing where,
Yeah, and he actually showers at Bobby's house, and he live streams from the shower covered in blood.
All right.
And some really creepy stuff, And he was going to go to the show. That's what he decided. He was going because Jesse Adams, going through all her social media, she had a big showcase that evening.
Okay.
So his big plan was he was going to go there, get Jesse Adams again, and probably kill her. I don't know.
Right.
But seemed like that's the route he was going. So he live streamed himself in the shower and everything. And while he was getting ready, his dad started calling him. Okay. Well, his dad had been calling him all day, actually, trying to get a ride to a DJing show.
All right.
His dad's a DJ in L.A.
All right.
He actually took some FaceTime calls with him after he killed the realtor. There's some footage of they said the body was in the back seat, and he's, like, yelling, arguing with his dad in the car about how he can't come get him.
All right.
But then his dad said he needs a ride to his DJ show, and that he's doing a show with DJ Uno. And Kurt was like, congratulations, I don't give a shit. Like, but then, like, some of the people that were watching were like, holy shit, dude, DJ Uno, like, she's a big deal. Like, you should go to this. And Kurt asked the people that he let the people choose for him to go give his dad a ride to the show so the people could see DJ Uno.
Now he's got Bobby Basecamp's whole
yeah, so there's actually people giving him the attention that he craves so badly. So Kurt picks up his dad, and again, all this being live streamed.
Right.
You know, his dad tells him about the show, DJ Uno. Kurt asks if he could get in on some of DJ Uno's live stream, and his dad's like, yeah, sure, we'll ask or whatever. And then he just starts going through the glove compartment and finds Kurt's gun, and Kurt yells at him, tells him put it back, tells him that he's charging him for the ride. Okay. And his dad gives him shit about that, you know, and they pass a cop, and luckily he doesn't see the gun or anything, but his dad was real nervous about it. And he wouldn't drink. He threw the water out of the window because he doesn't drink from plastic because he's a hippie DJ.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't know anything about what. Yeah,
no, he hadn't been watching.
Yeah.
So he just.
Because he doesn't even watch his son.
Yeah, no one fucking pays attention to his kid. So they get to the show's at a strip club. And nobody's there at all. It's just a poorly put together event. Imagine an open mic for comedy.
Oh yeah, very familiar with poorly put together events that no one comes to.
And so, but he was able to talk to DJ Uno for a second. Got her on his stream. She would never tag him in it though.
Okay.
Like she said he would, but she wouldn't, and he kind of got upset about that. So he went to leave, and as he was leaving, DJ Uno actually stopped him and asked him for a ride to a taco truck, and said if he did give him a ride, she would tag him in a video, you know, just like you wanted, and just get him to a taco. So he's like, fine.
Right.
So he takes him to a taco truck, and she just gives him the money, makes him wait in line, and there's like 5 people ahead of him, and he's streaming all this, live streaming it. And while he's in line buying the tacos, DJ Uno finds a bottle of water and takes a big old drink from it. Yeah, it's poisoned.
Yeah.
So Chris gets the food. Kurt. Chris is his dad's name. Kurt gets the food, comes back to the car, sees a dead DJ Uno, and starts eating the food.
Okay.
And gets a selfie and stuff. And while he's doing that, cops come to get tacos, and they see Kurt, and he kind of looks a little disheveled. They see the passed out girl, so they engage him. Well, and the cops are...
they think she's passed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So they think she's passed out, and so they ask him what he's doing, what's wrong with his girlfriend, and Kurt just tries to say, you know, they were out or she was out drinking. He, you know, is trying to give her a ride home. It's his girlfriend. She's passed out, but we stopped for food.
Yeah.
And they weren't quite buying it, so they asked him to get out of the car, and... Also, part of the live stream, when it showed Uno drinking before she drank the bottle of water, she also snooped through Kurt's car and found his gun and tried to steal it. She actually put it down in her bag and covered it with her jacket, then drank the water, and which kind of helped Kurt because when the cops asked for his information, he went in the light. He was worried about that gun and when he opened it, it was gone. He didn't know what the fuck happened, but he was very. You know, obviously that worked out well for him. But he's outside the car, and out of nowhere, DJ Uno wakes up and shoots one of the cops in the head through the windshield.
Oh, so she's not dead.
Apparently she wasn't dead.
Okay.
She must have a high tolerance for poison.
She only had a little poison.
She only had a sip. I don't know. Yeah. But she was confused, and I don't think she meant to shoot the cop. And she just got out of the car and ran. So the other cop ran after her, leaving Kurt just... there, so he gets in his car and tries to take the fuck off, and he thinks the other gets away with it, but then some cops spot him and they start chasing him. So now we're like in a fucking car chase. He's getting some pretty good views.
I would imagine. Yeah.
This is what he wanted actually. He actually loses them underneath the overpasses amongst all the construction sites and like homeless camps. But while he was trying to get away, he clipped a pole and it flipped his car.
Oh, shit.
Cops found his car, but Kurt wasn't anywhere around.
So the car crash.
And Kurt's gone.
He's just somehow able to. Okay.
And then the next time that he shows himself live streaming, he's with his phone only now because the car's gone.
Yeah.
But he's at the Jesse Adams show. So somehow he made it to the show.
Right.
We don't really know how.
Maybe he called a spree.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he did. Maybe
he does know about the company.
Yeah, he does. Actually,
so he was probably just like, who would I call to get a ride? Who do I know?
They said they actually suspended Spree at this point because they kind of were putting together everything that happened. Okay. So he did. I haven't really looked at my notes very much.
They were looking for the car.
Yeah, because now they're kind of, with all these viewers, people are calling the cops now.
Right. So he's wrecked. He's made to the comedy show. And this Jesse, what's her name?
Jesse Adams.
She was like a somewhat well-known comic in LA.
Up and coming, yeah.
Comic in LA. Are you looking for how he got there?
Yeah, I'm just reading. I write a lot, but yeah, just showed him just shows him he's at the comedy club and he's watching Jesse Adams. And Jesse kind of does a set where she immediately talks about Kurt and what happened earlier, making fun of Mario a lot.
Right.
And then kind of going hard on Kurt, but then saying that, like...
overall bitch.
But then kind of turning on herself, saying she's the same way. Like, she says, all eyes on me. That was her big catchphrase. Yeah. But, like, someone recognized her and it was awful for her. Like, Mario recognized her as a comedian.
Right.
And she hated all of it. And then she realized, like, she wasn't really...
Not all eyes on me.
She wasn't really much better than Kurt. She wanted, like, the people... But she's like, when people do that, they're going to also like you and hate you. Yeah. And she said on stage that night, she said she was done with all social media, that she decided to turn over a new leaf and actually took her phone and threw it down and broke it on stage. And that got like a lot of views.
That sounds like a bad comedy show.
People loved it there.
Okay.
That was her set.
So they paid to go see a show from her.
Uh-huh.
And her set was... I had a weird cab ride earlier, and now I don't want to use social media. Break my phone.
Yep. And
those tickets were probably like $75, $100.
But hey, man, that's a moment.
Tell a joke, lady.
A boo! All right, so you hate it.
I'm not a fan of the comedy show being 5 minutes.
But so Kurt decided not to like even like try to talk to Jesse at the show, and he actually ordered a go-go to try to go home.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was another, yeah.
I thought you meant he ordered a go-go.
And that guy, he wasn't live streaming, but he had his own personal camera, and the police have that footage too, you know. Okay. But just like basically that guy telling Kurt that he wasn't the crazy guy out driving around killing people.
Oh.
And Kurt laughed to himself and said, "I know."
You don't want to. Yeah. That's creepy.
Because then what happened next was Kurt killed that guy.
All right.
And so then...
Seems to be Kurt's thing.
After the comedy show, Jesse went to a bar with a fellow comic, and she kind of got a little half drunk and wanted to get away from the comic because he was a total predator dude.
Yep, sounds about normal.
So
pretty typical.
So she actually ordered a go-go through his phone and then was able to like kind of sneak away from him to get into the car. And when she got into the car, she was back in Kurt's car. Well,
Kurt's
the go-go that he killed, he's going around as that driver, picking up people, and just...
What a coincidence.
And LA is such a small town.
It's a tiny little town.
I mean, like, you can fit like 7 LAs in Parkersburg easily.
It's the kind of town where you feel safe just leaving your door unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get in a car with a stranger and drink from their water and sure, take me somewhere to take pictures.
Just small town USA.
Small town.
LA.
I think that's where John Cougar Mellencamp's from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where he's sucking on chili dogs.
He's sucking on them chili dogs. And down in L.A. Quaint little L.A.
All right. So, by some random happenstance, and she ends up back in a car with Kurt.
And, of course, like, she doesn't... This is all being live streamed because he has his phone now.
Well, of course.
Like, mounted.
Yeah.
And she has no idea it's Kurt.
Okay.
She, like, gets in the car and almost immediately tries to just go to sleep. And Kurt's like, hey, Jesse, hey. hey, it's me. And Jesse kind of wakes up and sees who it is and what he's talking about. And she kind of freaks out.
Well, yeah.
And she's like, well, just take me home. And he's like, oh, I am. And she's like, no, this isn't how the way to my home. He goes, I'm taking you to my home.
You don't want to hear that.
And he won't stop. She can't get out. And there's a ox cord there.
Okay.
And she takes the ox cord and actually tries to choke him.
Good move.
Yeah, it almost works. He barely is able to control the car to a stop. He did hit some mailboxes, some bushes and stuff, but he didn't. Nothing really bad enough to wreck it. And he freed himself from the ox cord and then punched her and knocked her out.
Okay.
And then he's right in his neighborhood, and there's like a little field, and he actually laid her in the field. And he asked his viewers what he should do with her: fuck, marry, or kill. And he's up to like 50,000 viewers at this point.
Okay.
And they all, like, the majority voted kill. These people, again, they think it's... Yeah. Half of them probably think it's fake, and maybe some of them think it's real.
Well, also, most people are terrible.
That's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
But while Kurt's doing that, he looks up from his phone, and she's gone. Because she had her in the field with, like, and his car was facing her with the brights on, and you can see her, like, in a ball, unconscious. Yeah. But then he looks up, and she's gone. So he gets out of the car and goes to look for him, and she was only hiding off to the side. And once he got out of the car and went to where she was,
that's usually the best hiding place. Off the side.
Yeah, she jumped into the car, and he left it running with the door open. So she got in the car and was in control of the car. Okay. But instead of trying to get away, she saw Kurt, and she wanted to run him over and actually chase Kurt. And Kurt ran. He was, like I said, it was just out right by his house. He actually ran to where him and his mother lived. And she wrecked the car into their house trying to get Kurt.
All right.
So now they're wrecked, and she's the airbags went off, and she's kind of on the verge of unconsciousness. Kurt opens up the door and tries to...
And this is also his...
Live stream. Yeah, it's also being live streamed. And Kurt opens up the car. There's a struggle, and he stabs Kurt in the face with the pin.
She does?
Yes.
Okay.
Jesse does. And Kurt runs off into the house somewhere.
Okay.
And it was about this time Kurt's dad had stopped at the house too. He come in and seen the car in the living room. Kurt wasn't anywhere. Yeah, Kurt's not anywhere. And Jesse's kind of, she's half out of it. And he's thinking she's drunk. And then right then she looks down and sees Kurt's dead mom behind the couch dead. Apparently before all this started, Kurt killed his mom.
Wow.
That was
number one.
That was the first victim. Well, he thinks Jesse did it. And actually goes to attack Jesse.
The dad.
Yes, the dad. And Jesse has to stab him in the neck with the pin. So he gets up, pin in neck, pulls it out, and while he's standing there facing her, Kurt comes up behind him. He turns and sees Kurt and says, "You did this." He realized what's going on, and Kurt emptied his gun into his dad.
All right.
So while that's going on, Jesse gets back in the car and is trying to finally just get away. Like, what she should have done in the first place.
Right.
Not chase after him. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Well, she can't go backwards because of all the rubble of the wall. So she goes forward, and she hits Kurt into the wall, the other wall, retaining wall, and just drives until he's squished over. And he gets out, and she gets out, and again, she's live streaming now. She's got the phone in her hand.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. And people are like, check him, whatever. And she lifts up his head, and he gasps, and she takes the phone and beats him to death with the phone in the eye.
That's probably the way he wanted to go.
Yeah, and then kills him.
Oh.
And then the cops come, and she actually kind of became famous from this incident. So she did not give up social media.
Yeah, I guess there is a lot of evidence. So
yeah.
The cops, never had a question of what happened.
And like I said, the videos still exist of him getting ready for this lesson, of his just shitty videos that you can kind of see what's wrong with this kid. And
it's got to be one of the most documented crime sprees ever.
If you look, there's video out there.
It's weird that he went on a crime spree and worked for a company called Spree.
That is kind of weird.
That's a pretty big coincidence, It's just the crazy things about this story that make it
unbelievable.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Of course, that was the movie Spree.
That's why they called it Spree.
Because he went on a spree and he worked for Spree.
Nice, put that 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but
that was 6.
But that was a movie that came out.
It was a good.
It has Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He probably has a name.
Who knows though?
There's no way. Nope. David Arquette's his dad.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Know him. Jesse
Adams
is played by. She's from SNL or Jessica
is she?
Nelson.
Okay. She does a really good job. I think everyone does a really good job in the movie. And it's obviously like a found footage movie from all the cameras in his car, but it's not like a Blair Witch shaky camera found. I mean, there are some shaky camera scenes like towards the end, but for the most part, it's fixed cameras. Really, it's really good. Mike watched it with me, and I asked him on a scale of 1 to 5, which kind of threw him off. So then I wanted to ask him on a scale of 1 to 4, how much did he like the scale of 1 to 5?
Okay.
But apparently he gave the scale of 1 to 5 a 4 on the scale of 1 to 4. So on a scale of 1 to 5, he gave the movie 2.5.
Carry the
You got all that?
Carry the 3. Yeah,
on a scale of 1 to 5, he gives it a 2.5. But on a scale of 1 to 4, how much he likes the scale of 1 to 5, he gives that scale a 4.
Right.
So I wanted to see, I wanted to see like how much he really liked this movie.
Well, yeah. So
I think I threw him off with the out of 5.
You threw me off.
But apparently I did because he really liked it. He gave it a 4 out of 4.
So I am on IMDb.
Okay.
And it got a 5.9.
Really?
Out of 10 on IMDb.
How many votes for that mofo?
8.5 thousand.
Damn.
So
I'd give it a little higher than that. I mean, like you said, it's kind of weird. Like, what's he do with the bodies? Like, how's he get from the wreck to the comedy club? There's definitely holes there.
So you got me a copy.
Yeah.
And I watched it.
Look, pal, you're worth $1.25.
Right.
It's at the Dollar Tree, which they're not really a Dollar Tree anymore. Everything's a dollar. Everything's $1.25 there.
Yeah. So they need to put an asterisk.
Yeah.
But
my favorite thing is to see the people that get upset about that.
Yeah.
And they want to give shit to the cashiers. Like it was Barbara's idea.
Right. That bitch. Barbara. Yeah, I would give this a 6.
Yeah.
I think a 6 is fair. It was entertaining.
I thought it had a good social kind of commentary run through it. Just him trying to get views and so desperate for that attention.
Yeah. Kurt is played by Joe Keery.
Yep.
Jesse's played by Sashir Zamata. She's from SNL. You said his dad is played by David Arquette.
And that's pretty much the cast.
Miles is Kyle Mooney from SNL.
Oh, Miles, yeah. He does really good in his part. He's like the douchey comedian.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
Is he the one that tries to bang?
Yeah.
That turns into a creep?
Like whenever you think Bobby's, or whenever you think Kurt's at Jesse's house, it's actually him at Jesse's and then Kurt's at Bobby's house. Because they do that thing where, like, she's home and it shows him in a door and she gets a knock and everybody thinks it's, Kurt to get her, but it's that guy creeping in to give her a ride and just total douchebag.
Everybody else I haven't heard of. Misha Barton, I've heard of her. She plays London.
Yeah.
London Sachs.
She's the one that gets drilled.
Is that also who it is?
Yeah, she gets drilled.
I thought that was Kendra.
Yeah, but
Kendra's La Kent.
Yeah, Kendra's...
Really?
London
Sachs is played by Misha Barton.
Yeah, Misha Barton's the one. I'm pretty sure Misha gets drilled. I don't know, that's just what I want in my mind.
But yeah, it was a very good movie. I would recommend it. It's on a streaming service.
We each have a copy. Just get at us. Go to your family. Yeah. Get a Dollar Tree. I see them there all the time, and it's so hard not to buy more. So it's like, who else can I give this movie to? But that's kind of creepy to just give people movies.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If I know somebody, like, depending on... If I know certain people are going to appreciate a book, I'll buy that book for them. And I know they're going to read it. So, I'm a book giver.
I gave you a movie.
Probably annoys people. Say, when building the character of Kurt Kunkle, the director and Joe Keery got together and watched cringe compilations and videos on the internet.
He does such a good job. Like that, if you watch the DVD, it's got all the extras, a lot of his videos. And I don't know if you watched any, but there's one where he does like a shoe unboxing, and he's like, "Oh, these shoes got sent to me from a viewer, and I think they're worth $300." And it's like just a cheap pair of like whatever Walmart high tops, and he just tried. Look at the black on white. Oh, those are sharp, man. Like he tries to act like they're super cool shoes, and they're not cheap like you think they're cheap. They're not. Right. They're really nice shoes, and he gets 3 views, and but it's really good videos. The extras on that are really good.
It says the writer and director said he pulled 40 all-nighters writing all of the comments and usernames.
Wow.
That would be time-consuming.
That's why I wanted to watch it, Mike, because he got a new 65-inch or 70-inch TV, and I could see the comments a lot easier, and I was reading them.
Yeah, because once he starts getting some viewers,
once he kills Bobby,
text.
Once he kills Bobby, there's just
so that would be a lot to sit and type all that shit out.
Yeah.
It says when Kurt heads to Bobby's house to confront him about Bobby not promoting his live stream, Kurt mentions that he has 7 kills so far.
Yep.
However, so far the only thing you've seen is 6.
But his mom was a 7. So
it's good foreshadowing. Yeah, it is.
And later on with his dad, or earlier in the movie with his dad, when they're arguing about he told his dad he was going to charge him for the ride, and his dad's like, "Oh, I didn't charge you for all the meals growing up." He's like, "What? The one meal you bought me?" He's like, "Mom paid for everything," or instead of "Mom pays for everything," she's
past tense.
Yeah,
it's a good movie. I would recommend it. Definitely if you can get it for $1.25.
Yeah, and go on IMDb and let's get it up to a 6.
Yeah,
I think it definitely needs to be a 6.
Let me go back. Can I vote or do I have to create an account? If I have to create an account, it's not worth it.
No, not at all. But if you don't have a live, you've already created an account, what the fuck's wrong with you? Go on IMDb and just vote it. Give it an 8, so then that's going to help the average. Don't vote 6. What are you, stupid? Vote a little... I'm kidding. But seriously, give it a 7 for your boy Joel.
Yeah, gotta get a 10. Build that up there.
I'll watch it again. I've seen it 4 or 5 times, and... I'll watch it.
Oh, yeah, I can rate it.
I'll watch it right now.
I'll rate this.
Rate that shit.
Boom.
Oh!
I gotta sign in.
Oh. I'm on IMDb.
Oh, wait, sign in with Google.
Do they know that I'm on IMDb?
Okay. We're on there.
Yeah, I have credits.
Go to our pages and give us votes.
Yeah, vote for. Tell me I'm a good boy.
There we go. I gave it a 10.
Good.
So
I hope that should help the average. Go on there.
Joel Gant. Yep, actor. She was so pretty for good, she was pretty good. Be good for goodness sake.
Yep, Stoner number 1 and himself.
Can I vote for you?
Is there a good boy tab?
Steve Rank. Let's see what you're ranked. Oh, you're down 2,325,503 spots this week.
Oh wow, just this week?
Yeah, this is the star meter. Oh, I gotta have a pro count. I can't see that.
Oh man, I don't think enough people have seen the movie.
So let's see. Write this down. I want to see which one of us is down more.
Okay, wait.
So, 2,325,503.
Okay.
All right, now let me see. I think I'm listed as Josh Hawes and not Cole Cash.
But have you been acting on anything?
I was a writer.
See, yeah.
I was an actor in 2 things. I have 3 credits.
Writers are nerds.
Wait, I have 4 credits on
4?
Because I played myself in Marking Out. And Nearfall.
Nearfall.
On Marking Out. And I was a writer on She Was So Pretty, Be Good for Goodness Sake.
Producer credits are bullshit.
Oh, my rank. I'm up.
You're up?
8,245,345 this week. What does that mean?
So there's a 10 million difference between us. You're up 8, I'm down 2. I didn't need to hear this. All right, I've been having a shitty enough day as it is. And now this is all I'm going to think about now.
What does this mean? What is our...
Man, I thought I might be down a couple 100,000, but to be down 2.3 million, man.
For me to be up.
You're up.
So
is it because you gave me that shirt?
I think so. Is this how we get into heaven?
Fuck it, I don't want to go to heaven.
Am I getting into heaven? Wait, let's see. Here's how they... there's an explanation for how this happens. It does not. The ranking does not mean something or someone is good, only that there is a high level of public awareness about them.
The public is very aware about you.
People do not know about me.
You talking about Cash? The producer? Producer/writer?
This is very weird. Why am I up?
That better be your pickup line tonight. Hey, I'm Cash. Now I'm up $8 million on IMDb.
I don't know what that means, but I'm there.
Is that $8 million? No. Shit.
God, no.
Not even close.
Not even pennies. Wow. Well, one of us is winning.
And the other one's me. And I am not happy.
All right. Well, this is star of the podcast.
All right.
Cash signing off.
This is -2 mil.
Oh, -2 mil troll.
Yep.
All right. That's it.
God damn, it hurts.
Bye.